Hello, hi, you're welcome, and it's Henry the computer guy, and I wanted to take you through the procedure of installing Microsoft Office onto your computer. Remember, Microsoft Office is an example of a software suite, and a software suite is specifically a collection of individual application software programs that are actually sold as a single package. Remember, under Microsoft Office, we have other softwares which are included in there. It is specifically a package. For example, you will find there Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Publisher, and others as we are going to be looking at them. So there are many other examples of software suite, but for our case, we are going to be basing onto Microsoft Office. Other software suites can be, for example, Lotus Smart Suite, WordPerfect Office, then Kingsoft Office, and others. But for our case, we are only basing on Microsoft Office. And in this video, we are actually going to be installing Microsoft Office Enterprise 2007 and Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013. And remember, they can work both on your computer. You can install both 2007 and 2013 on your computer or any other higher version of your choice. Now, so when we look at our computer here, we have our Microsoft Office 2007 Enterprise. It is already onto our computer. If at all you don't have it, you can download it over the internet. And remember making a video on how to download a software over the internet. But you can be having it on, let's say you have it on a DVD, you have it, let's say, over the flash disk, or you can download it over the internet. The installation will remain the same. For example, let's open it and we see what is included there. When we right click and open, it is going to open, and we have some files here. So we have the setup, we have the serial, and under the serial it's where we shall be having our product key. Remember, it has to be activated for it to work or for it to install. And we have the readme. That means that you have to read about the software. There's some information that is concerning the software that is written there. You can read about it. So this is actually on our computer. Let's see how we can also access it wherever. For example, we have it on downloads, or we have it on our flash disk. Let's see how we can access it. For example, when we come to my computer or PC, I'll right click and say open. So when I open, of course, I will come to my flash disk. It is already plugged in, and I'll right click also and I will open it. So it is also here. Of course, the same files which are here are the same files which are here. So if you right click again and open it, so these are the files, of course, that we have already seen that are in our folder again. That means that it is going to be the same. So the location that is actually holding or having the software doesn't matter. So what matters is that you have the software and it is genuine or valid. So now let's look at the downloads. You can as well be downloading it over the internet, then it will come into your downloads. You'll come to your downloads, then you check for that software, and I think it will be there. Then if you're also having it, let's say, on your hard disk, you will come as well and check onto your hard disk. Then, for example, you open your hard disk, you locate where it is. Or you're having it onto a DVD or CD, you'll again have to access it onto that DVD or CD after inserting it into your computer. So the location where your software is located doesn't matter. What matters is that you're having the software. So now, for our case, we are going to start with Microsoft Office 2007 Enterprise. And after installing this one, we shall again see how we can install Microsoft Office Professional Plus. So we can have both the 2007 and 2013 on the same machine. So that is what we are actually going to do. So now let's open it. We right click and open. So when we open our folder where our installation is going to begin from, it is actually having some files. And what you have to look for is actually the setup. And always, it is always having the extension .exe, meaning that it is an executable file. So it is supposed to be run. So after running it, of course, we shall look for our product key or serial number, product key or the serial number. Then after, we shall copy it and put it into our installation. So now let's come to our setup. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click and open or run. So you give it time to open, then you say, of course, yeah, I want it to run, and that's how it is going to run. So it is going to start extracting all the files that are in the installation folder, or that are actually in the folder where you've got the setup from. So you give it time and it loads all the files that are necessary for the installation, and they're showing us that it is going to be installing all these other softwares. That means that it is a software suite. So it is having many softwares that are going to be installed at once. So after that, it is going to bring this screen, which requires us to enter our product key. And it is telling us that Microsoft Office Enterprise 2007, enter your product key. So that means that that key is supposed to be 25 characters. And we have to go to our folder, then we look for our product key. Let's come and open our serial number. Right click again and open. So when open it, it brings us our product key. Let's put it aside so that we can see it clearly. Then we are going to select our product key by highlighting it. Then we right click and say copy. So after copying it, you're going to come to your installation, then you paste it there. Right click, then paste. So it is going to give us a tick to show us that our key is actually valid. Then we have to continue with our installation. Then we click on install for our software to start the installation. So again, now we can close these ones because we no longer need them. So we give time to our installation to start. Remember, the speed with which the execution is going to, let's say, run is going to depend on the speed of your computer. When your computer speed is actually slower, even the execution time will also be slower. So when your computer speed is somehow faster, even the installation is going to be somehow faster. So you're going to be giving it just a little time for it to extract all the files that we need for that to run. You have to be a little bit patient such that the files are all copied into the installation folder. So you have to be giving it a time such that it runs up to when all the files have been extracted to your computer. You give it a little bit of time such that all the files are extracted properly, and the speed will depend on the speed of your computer. You have to be a little bit patient for all the files to be extracted. Yeah, our files are being extracted, and remember, we say that it is a software, so that means that it is having more than one file or one software bundled into it. So it will help us to install Microsoft PowerPoint, it will help us to install Microsoft Word, Microsoft Access, Microsoft Publisher, and others as we are going to be looking at them. So you just have to be a little bit patient. Yeah, you have to be a little bit patient for the files to be extracted. Yeah, it is soon completing. Yeah, finally, our installation is complete. So now we come and read through here. They are telling us that Microsoft Office Enterprise 2007 has been successfully installed. And they're telling us that we can visit the Microsoft Office online to get free product updates. So we don't need this one, so I'm going to just close this. So let's check our computer to see whether our software has been actually installed. So I'll come onto that start. We come to our programs, then we come and look for Microsoft Office. So when we come to this, they are going to give us all the applications that have been installed in just one installation. So we have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Publisher, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Infonote, Groove, Excel, Access, and others. So that is actually how we can install Microsoft Office 2007. But remember, I told you that these softwares can work both. For example, we can have even another version. For example, Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013. We are going to see how we can also install it. So let's first open this one and see how it works. For example, we open Microsoft Word 2007. So you can as well start typing your information there. For example, I say Henry, the computer guy. Henry, the computer guy. I can even write my contact 0701334170. And even write my email, Henry Sejito @gmail.com. We can increase the size for those ones, and we can give it even the color. So we can even make them bold. So that is actually how we can install Microsoft Office 2007 onto our computer. So let's close this one and we try installing Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013. And remember, I've told you that these versions can work both on one computer. That means that you can always choose either to use 2007 or to use 2013. So now let's look for our installation for 2013. So let me come here on my computer, I open, then I locate for where my software is, the 2013. I'll open my hard disk, I right click and open, then I look through my files and look for 2013. So it's going to be the same procedure, and I think I've got it here. So we are going to right click again, then we open our software. So after opening it, we are going to come to the folder where the installation is located. We are going to look for a setup. And I told you that at times they always indicate it with exe, that is an executable file. So we shall double click onto the setup. So give it time to extract all our files. So our files are being extracted, and this is Microsoft Office 2013 Professional Plus. So our files are being extracted. So you have to give it time also. Remember, we have already installed 2007 and now we are installing 2013. We want to see how these versions can work both onto our computer. So you can always decide either to use 2007 or to use 2013. It depends on what exactly you feel or you're okay with. So you give it time to load all the files such that our installation can begin right away. So they are telling us that yes, we want to install it. Then it's going to tell us please wait. And now, having installed 2007, we are now installing 2013. So we have what we call the installation options here. They're telling us that you have to choose the installation you want. Remember, we already have 2007 and now we are putting 2013. So if you come here and say upgrade, the other one is going to be uninstalled. But we want to remain with both the two installations of the Microsoft Office. So what we shall do, we are going to come to customize. So when we come to customize, if I say remove all previous versions, they are going to be uninstalled, then they will install 2013. But I want to keep all the two versions. So I'm going to say keep all the previous versions. That means that everything is going to be left there in place, such that they just add another installation. So I'll come and say install. So that is how it is also going to actually run and extract all the files that are needed for our installation to run. So we can also close these files because we no longer need them and remain with only our progress installation and see how it actually moves. So you have to give it time for it to extract all the installation files the way we did with 2007. You give it time, and the speed with which it runs will depend on the speed of your computer. If your computer is somehow slower, then it will also be slow. If your computer is faster, then it will also be faster. So you give it time. Finally, our installation has started, and we have to wait for it to complete. So we are now installing Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013, and now we are going to be having all the 2 versions on our computer. So you can always choose to use the one you feel you want. Yeah, you have to give it time such that it extracts all the files that are needed for the installation progress. You have to be a little bit patient and give it time to extract all the files that are needed. Yeah, it is finalizing with our installation. It is finalizing with our installation. Yeah, it is finally finalizing with our installation. You give it time. Yeah, it's finalizing with our installation now. You have to be a little bit patient. You have to be a little bit patient. So our Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013 is being installed. Remember, we are now having 2 versions of Microsoft Office. We are having, let's say, 2007, and now we are installing 2013. You can as well install your 2016 and others. So it depends on exactly what you feel you want to use. So our installation is moving on well, and it is finalizing with the setup. So installation in progress. A little bit patient. You have to be a little bit patient, and we can always access them in the same way, the way we did Microsoft Office 2007. So we shall click on our start button, we shall go to all programs, then we shall look for Microsoft Office 2013. Remember, the other one was start, then programs, then Microsoft Office 2007, where we found all the applications that we needed. That means that we are now good to go. We can make our presentation, we can make our documents, we can make our publications, we can make our databases. So we can as well be trying to check whether it is actually bringing the files. We click on start, then we come to our programs, then we come to Microsoft Office 13, and I think some of the files are already here. So this is 2007 and it's having all the files there, and this is 2013 and it's also having all the files. For example, we can have Word 2013, we can have SkyDrive Pro 2013, send to OneNote, Publisher, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote. There are many here, for example. So that's how we can actually install them right away. So Microsoft Office is an example of a software suite. That means that it has many softwares bundled into it. So it's not just one software, but it's a package that is having individual programs or applications that are going to be used for different purposes. So you can as well choose the one that you want to use for a moment and use it. So it is finalizing with our installation, and they're telling us that finalizing installation, this may take a few minutes. You have to be a little bit patient. You don't have to rush. But as it is finalizing, we have seen that our files are already, all our applications have already been installed onto our computer. We are just waiting for it to finish the installation, then we can open and see whether our software has been installed onto our computer. So it's just taking a few minutes to our final stage. It's just taking a few minutes to our final stage. Have to be a little bit patient. Finally, we are done with our installation, and they're telling us that thank you for installing Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2013. To begin, open, start, and go to your Office programs. So let's complete and let's close it. We are not going to continue online. We don't need anything there. So let's just close this. And they are telling us that in order to complete a setup, a system reboot is necessary. Would you like to reboot now? No. So that means that for you to use it well without any problem, you're going to restart your computer. But now I'm not going to restart my computer. For you, you will, but for me, I'm not going to restart. So we can come and as well try to look for anything there. For example, I can come to 13, then I look for, let's say, PowerPoint. If I open it, it has to open our Microsoft PowerPoint. For example, remember I have some of the files that have already been onto my computer, so I can as well open them. So I can come and open a new, let's say, presentation. I can type there, say Henry, the computer guy. Simple as that. We can make modifications the way we want. We can even capitalize each word, just like that, and I can continue with my work. So that is exactly how you can install Microsoft Office onto your computer. It's been Henry the Computer Guy, and if you're new to my channel, please help me and subscribe. And if you have a friend who needs my content, you can actually help me and share the link to those people. So bye bye, I sign out.